Greetings, everyone. So my cat is messing with my ring light. Wait, what are you doing? Greetings, you guys. So I'm going to be doing a Justin Bieber um, psychic read. Okay, so with the tarot, with a little bit of astrology. So I'm not going to do any natal chart readings or anything like that. But in this reading, because I feel led to do a reading on him and kind of for him in a sense. So I will be looking into um, just him as a public persona, things like that, as also as well things surrounding challenges for him, maybe future career plans, collaborations, things like that, his relationships, messages from his spiritual team as well. So that's just to name a few things that we're going to tap into. I may also do Taylor Swift as an individual, maybe tap in a little bit to her relationship. I already did a reading on that in the live. I kind of did a mashup of different requests that I got, but I'm going to make that a separate one. So be on the lookout for that if you missed it. Just as a disclaimer, you guys, when it comes to my readings, I do not sugarcoat. I look at things not from a black and white perspective, but I do look at the shadows and the light of things, like what is being presented as well as what is not being presented. So I'm a very realistic reader, okay? But all of this is alleged and it should be taken as entertainment purposes. But yeah, when it comes to my style of reading and just like how I'm going to approach the celebrity reads, I don't do surface level things. Okay, so we're not tapping into the surface level curiosity of it. um I'm more so looking to some things, from an introspective space and a meaningful space. So I'm not going to sit here and focus too much on the gossips and predictions and who's with who for what. And um, yeah, so you can take this as a message for yourself to go deeper within yourself, or maybe to see your favorite celebs in a different light or a deeper light, or you know introspection purposes. Anywho, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's go ahead and start the reading. I'm going to do his archetype journey reading. So let's start off with that. Okay. So I asked for permission, Spirit, to tap into Justin Bieber's energy only for what the public and myself has permission to know and to see. Anything that will be helpful for him and those around him for his highest good is welcomed. I ask for permission from my divine team, his divine team, his higher self, as well, and any other parties involved with him, Spirit, that we have permission for the information and the guidance that we are receiving. Amen. Ashe. Okay. Okay, let's see. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. I appreciate y'all patience. Okay, so we got two cards in this placement. Um, mm, sorry. Right. Did that card fly out? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's move this here. And okay. Justin, he's a Pisces, right? For my um if my memory serves me correct. Hold on. Okay. He's a Pisces, right? Um, hmm. His archetype card is the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is a Pisces card in the tarot. So let's get into it. Right now, his image, it seems to be burdened, stressed out, that he's maybe, yeah, under a lot of stress, under a lot of pressure, is how people are viewing him at this time with the Ten of Wands. Um, yeah, that he's maybe burdened by something, carrying a lot of weight. Yeah, carrying a lot of weight. And with this, with the Five of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, that's kind of telling to me. Um, this is his hidden struggle right now. Okay, so any hidden struggle that he's dealing with, it could be to keep a strong faith in the sense of maybe his brand, in the sense of his financial stability. Like there's something that he's struggling with, and it could be just like a lot of gossip around him, a lot of he may not really know who to trust, or it's like he's watching his back. He may be trying to steer clear of paparazzi, trying to stay clear of being pulled into some sort of circus, right? And we know potentially what that circus is. He doesn't want anything to do with that. Okay, it's like he's trying to stay clear of this. Like I said, I feel this Five of Swords is like someone watching and looking over their shoulder, not really knowing who to trust, or just not wanting to be in the middle of drama. So he's very defensive, and I feel like very protective of his stability. And stability doesn't have to just mean his material possessions, his career, money, but could be family, could be his well-being. Okay, so this is what he's struggling with right now. His lesson with the Ace of Wands, as of right now, his lesson could be in regards to some sort of pursuit, whether it's like a pursuit that he at one point felt would be um, something that holds a lot of passion. So this could be connected to his career, because wands can be creative energies, could also be creative projects. Well, so for some reason, this Ace of Wands could be a cautionary tale about discernment as well when it comes to certain opportunities. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And the aces in the tarot can also be the beginnings. The ace is the genesis. It could also be offers and opportunities or gifts from the divine. Um, Windows of opportunity. So if this is going back to the genesis of his career, he might be, the lesson could be for him to be discerning based off of past experience, not to rush, maybe not to sign, certain contracts, allow things to grow. He may feel, a sense of, because he is seasoned. Basically, he's been in the music industry since he was a teen, so, and he's a grown man now, so he's been in the industry for a while. So he's sprout, he's grown, he's cultivated things for himself, but maybe he wishes that he would have pursued this when he was a bit um, more matured in the game, or didn't rush. There's something about rushing. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's the lesson. So his message, as far as like his energy and how this could affect, spectators or people that are his fans or once were his fans, like, or just for the public, how this would apply to you in some way. I feel like when I think of the Ten of Cups, because this is the placement here, when I think of the Ten of Cups, I think of two people that went through a journey. Because if you think about the tarot is a journey. And in the suit of cups, you start with the Ace of Cups all the way to the Ten of Cups. Then you get to the court cards. But that's neither here nor there. But if you pay attention to the journey of the cups, the suit of cups, there's sadness and sorrow, there's happiness, there's strife, there's confusion, there's ups and downs in that sense. And to get to the 10 of cups with that rainbow was like to reach your promise, to reach your wish fulfillment, your joy. So to look at this from a human perspective, that he's human, he's had his triumphs and he's also had his fails, and just like any human being, they desire their happy ending, whatever that looks like, or that fairy tale, that and this could be something in regards to family, home, love, like, and also a thing too, that don't think just because you see someone in the height of their career or seemingly to have everything in their life that they didn't go through things, because all too well, I'm sure that, people might think, oh, well, how did you get there? And oh, it just happened overnight for you. And you know better than anybody else that it wasn't easy. There were times, or there was nights where you cried or you felt like giving up, and people are only seeing one side of it. So that's kind of the lesson that I'm getting, that, us, the public, can take from his journey thus far. And one thing that I feel like people need to release as well, with the Three of Swords is in reverse. Kind of a similar message to what I'm getting, like, um, and also what he needs to release as well is not saying that he needs to just get over his trauma, but maybe his perception around his trauma. Okay. Um, Behind his letdowns, maybe not just trauma, but his letdowns, the challenges that he's faced in, yeah, the challenges that he's faced behind the scenes and maybe even publicly. Like, he must graduate past that, because his archetype card is the 9 of cups. We're all meant to have joy in our lives. We're all meant to have some sort of inner peace. And maybe he hasn't fully found that yet. Maybe his peace is like, and there's nothing wrong, per se. Um, there's nothing wrong per se with this person, um, a person feeling happy when other people are happy, or their joy is attached to the people that they love. But sometimes, like, we can lose ourselves in that, if it's not in a healthy balance. So I feel like that could be a lesson for him as well. He typically is in his happy state, in his healthy state, when he's stable, when he's grounded within himself. He is typically a happy person. He is content, maybe with the small things, or he's proud of himself, like in his happiest state. Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay, put that up. Okay. That's just a little introduction. So let's get in, okay? Yeah, he's been on my mind's heavy, on my heart. And I know I had someone ask a question, and I did a brief like message on him, but the question was, paraphrasing, but basically everyone seems to think that Justin is a victim, but the person, stated that they don't really feel like he's all that innocent, and they want to know, did he have any, did he participate in any of the allegations, people being harmed, and, the abused becoming the abuser? Is he one of those people? And I picked up, no, I didn't get that. I feel I don't get problematic energy from him. I didn't see any of that, but it's something, something about his energy that's been weighing on me, and others like him, children, people in the industry, or children that grew up in the industry, or children, or just child stars, whether they became big as adults as well, or they've been in the game since they were children. Like, I feel for them. Britney Spears is another one, that comes to mind. Like, she does not look well at all. The Jacksons, that, I can go on. Drew Barrymore, Macaulay. I can go on and on. Like, I just really feel for those children, or those adults that were children in the game, and So Justin Bieber is definitely one of them that concerns me a little bit. So, anywho, let's tap into his current emotional state. What is his feelings, his mental well-being at this time? Spirit, divine source, God. We send him love, light, and peace. Spirit, where is he at with his emotional well-being? Okay, the star. He has hope. He's potentially healing right now. Okay, there is some sort of release, some sort of inner reflection, um, some sort of beacon of light or hope for him. Okay, seeking the light, seeking healing, seeking renewal, seeking to replenish his energy, his soul, to strip himself. And this could be done in private. This is a card. The star is in the night sky. And there might be, he might not be the only celebrity that is um seeking some sort of healing right now in a heavy sense, like a deep sense, but it's a personal journey. Healing is meant to be personal. It's not meant to be shared with everybody up in your business and your intimate space. So there's a level of vulnerability on his end, I feel, that I'm picking up on. Um, hmm. He might actually he might actually be hmm, could be like a spiritual retreat or something like that, maybe, possibly. Some sort of spiritual retreat that he's engaging in, or some type of spiritual practice that he's engaging in. So his emotional and mental well-being at this time is, it seems to be aligned with what he needs. He needs to replenish himself. He needs to purge. He might be crying a lot. He might be releasing a lot, by sitting through his emotions, his thoughts. He could be journaling, something where he has an outlet to release himself in a healthy, balanced way. Like he's focused on both his future, his current, what's going on in his life right now, and releasing of his past. That's what I'm seeing from this. All right. What's going on with his relationship right now? His relationships. I'm going to tap into that a little bit. And if you guys want me to do a personal, like a separate read for their connection in a healthy way, not to, gossip and all that stuff and be a spectator, but just, kind of similar to this, but as a couple read, compatibility, their strengths, their weaknesses, things to work on, things like that, we can do it. We can go. Two of Pentacles. His energy, he's trying to manage his own stability within himself as well as still showing up for them, showing up for the relationship, because his emotions are a little bit up and down, going through the motions a little bit, feeling through, sorting through his emotions. So he might fluctuate between feeling okay and at moments not being okay, but still trying to not only show up for himself, but show up for his partner and his child, because he's a father now, right? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. Let me just pull all the cards out, because I can get off track. Spirit, what's going on? Anything going on with his current path, with his career, future things with his career? What is it? What we need to know? What we need to see? Five of Cups. It's not fulfilling right now for him. He might be looking at like the past and how it used to be. Some sort of in heights, like what's the right word I'm looking for? Like the highlight of his career, certain moments that he looks back on. And there's a little bit of regret and disappointment, but also a little bit of like a bittersweet reminisce. I feel like he wants to not like, because there's a focus on appealing to a particular audience or something like that. And I feel he wants something that's more connected to his heart, to his soul, something that has meaning, where he connects with people from that authentic space, and not from a marketed, engineered persona, machine. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope I'm making sense when I say this. Let's tap in. Mm, let's see. He feels a lot of support from people right now. He does, like, as far as his like how he feels people is viewing him right now is from a place of support and love. Okay. He feels that he doesn't feel lonely in a sense of like he doesn't have love. Maybe he feels alone in his pain sometimes, but like when it comes to support publicly, he feels like he has more support than than not. You know, that's what I'm getting from this. Okay, here's a lot of cards when it comes to that question. So his personal journey and the lessons that he's learned thus far. Yeah, definitely a lot of reflection on his past. I feel with the Six of Cups. Six of Pentacles could be past gains, okay? Material gains. Um, he may feel like there's some injustice. Maybe in his eyes, like as far as what he's experienced as injustice towards him, like against himself, or some type of injustice against others, like pinning him up against others or something like that, or others against him, or maybe both. To kind of fight for crumbs and or to belittle yourself just for a little bit of crumbs, just a little bit of validation and attention. There's a woman in his life, this Queen of Wands woman. This Queen of Wands woman can represent a fire sign, doesn't have to be specifically that this person would be an Aries, Leo, or Sag, but it can represent someone that is very fiery, very passionate, confident, even nurturing and supportive, you know, can breathe life back into a person, can be that motivation that some people might need. So there's someone that was like a light to him, maybe that getting kind of like helped him shift his perspective on things of the past. I feel like he's learned a lot of lessons around self-worth and or like lessons around valuing material things and how that could sometimes, you know, it's not everything. Like it doesn't mean like there could be lessons learned in romance as well, in love in his adolescence, the Six of Cups as well. Hmm. I want to ask, who is this Queen of Wands energy? Who is this Queen of Wands? Justice. Could be his wife. Justice could be marriage sometimes. Um, someone that helped. You notice the scales here and the scales there in that card. Libra. Libra is the ruler of the Justice card, and I'm getting something with Libra, or Libra can also be because it's ruled by the seventh house in the zodiac. The seventh house also deals with partnerships, marriages, contracts, things like that. Could also be justice and injustice. Again, there's something to that. Like I was picking up something about some sort of some unjust behavior, and this person, whoever this Queen of Wands is, which I feel like is his wife, may have helped him kind of ground some sort of perspective. Um, let me see. I'm gonna make sure this is what I'm getting before I say what I say. Okay. 'Cause I know how people get sensitive about race. Let's not make it a race thing, but you know, it is what it is. There's something that he may have speaked on that might be a little bit controversial. He might have said something along the lines of like something speaking about injustice. And I feel like he needed to see something or learn something in order to understand a certain concept. Like, you know, let's say, I don't know if it's this, but this is what I'm picking up, that the Black Lives Matter thing or movement, where some people might have been oblivious to racism to an extent. People, I've had these conversations with, white persons, that literally, truthfully, and authentically don't really see how racism still is active and alive. Like they're oblivious to it because they grew up in a world that was kind of, set for them in a way, so they don't have the same perspective. Um, they don't have the same perspective as, a minority, you know. So it might have it took something happening. I don't know. It could be like a little more personal, something in the industry that he saw that was unjust or something. And if it's not race, it could be anything. Um, yeah, there's some sort of inspiration behind this. I'm hoping that this is, I don't know, because this is what I'm picking up. And I know this sounds a little crazy, but yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So let's move on. All right. Let's see. Justin. Hmm. Yeah, just finding his joy might be a challenge for him right now. This came out of his archetype card in the last spread. He might have a little bit of a tough time. Yeah. Finding that joy, that pure joy that is not connected, like it's not going to be something connected to everyone else around him and outside external things, which I feel like he's learning more and more about this, but there's still an attachment, still some sort of attachment to things outside of him, or he's just trying to find his way back to himself right now. So there might be a little bit of a challenge behind this. Why would it be a challenge though? Knight of Wands. He might not have the motivation or the passion like he once did in a certain way. Um, yeah. He might not have the same passion for things that he once had. Okay. Um, sad, but that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. All right. Poor thing. I don't know. I feel I'm not gonna say I don't know. This is just what I'm picking up. But yeah, he might not have that same motivation, that same curiosity, that passion. He might not have any creative inspiration fully yet, or he's trying to figure out how to pursue certain things. But it's kind of hard to stay on track with these things or to, that same life in them, find that same life in creative things or within himself to create or to stay on track and keep at it. It could be a lack of motivation or something like that. Okay. So I want to ask about any future projects or collaborations maybe that he might have. Speaking of his creative energy, let's see. Clarify that Knight of Wands energy. Divine Spirit. Any creative projects? Page of Wands. Yeah, he will create something. It might be sporadic things. It could be like a single, maybe not like a whole album or something, but just like a song or something. And maybe it might be something that pulls him out of it to do it. Yeah, Six of Wands or Six of Swords. Sorry, Six of Swords. Um, he might want to, this is just a side note, he might want to take his family somewhere out of the country or just get away from something. Does he live in the US or is he in Canada? Because I don't know. I don't know how his wife will feel about that. But I have this feeling that if this doesn't happen, that this is just something he wants to do. Okay, let's see. Any future projects or collaborations career wise for Bieber? Yes. And I keep getting like ones. So it may not be like a big project, like an album or an EP. It could be a single. Let's say if it's like for a movie or some sort of commercial jingle or something that he's in, or but I'm not sure if it's like something that he's gonna, full on commit to a whole album right now. It's a possibility, but any collabs, any special collaborations? Potentially with someone. It could be a potential. I want to say like someone that is a multifaceted artist, so they could be a singer and a rapper and an actor or something. Like they have multiple hats that they wear that he might do a collab with potentially. It's like it's going to take pulling him out of a space to get him excuse me, back on track. Yeah, he might be tired, like spiritually or physically. He needs to rest. Honestly, I feel like he needs to take himself off of a hamster wheel and just be present right now. Like for real. Just be, enjoy fatherhood, enjoy like or try to get back to self. Because I feel like this man is tired. Like I feel like he is tired. I don't know, like energetically speaking, um, I feel like he's tired. Okay. His energy is not there. He needs to rest. Like he needs to take, I don't know, a year or two off and like flee the sea and just be, because I just the Ten of Swords is about he's tired. He needs to continue to do that. He needs to continue to do that. Let's get some messages from his. Well, before I get any messages from his spiritual team, I want to pull some of these zodiac cards just to get a feel into the energy around him, any major energies around Justin Bieber. Like this video if it's resonating with the fans, it makes sense, it's on point, or you enjoy the reading so far. I would greatly appreciate that. Leave your suggestions at the bottom. I would drop a card. Give me 1 second, y'all. The 10th house with status, public image, reputation, career, long-term goals, fame, recognition, ambition, respect, achievement, honor, success, potential authority. Okay. His status, the energy around that. Aquarius and the Capricorn with the CEO. Dollar sign. Driven. So he's a business person. I don't feel like he might be a workaholic or just someone that very, very much so attached to his stability. Like that's big for him. But I feel like he wants to reinvent himself with this Aquarius card, the diplomat. It says inventive, original, opinionated, analytical, distant, intellectual, humanitarian, friendly, tolerant, outgoing, ruler of the 11th house. So his purpose, I feel like I don't know if his natal chart would tell you, he has always been destined to be successful in whatever career he puts his energy into. He's meant to have that status and the ruler of the material world. Like he's meant to have that, but in a way that is unique and tailored to him. In some way he has to find his identity as some energy of the 11th house. I don't know his natal chart. Maybe somebody out there can like give a little bit of a heads up, like what's in his 11th house, or if he has Aquarius in his chart, maybe it might make a little bit more sense. But yeah, I feel like he was destined to be successful and have some level of status, whether it was a singer, whether whatever career he felt led to do. That's what was meant. Okay, let's see what's up with his divine team. Look, fate, North Node. Yeah, it was his destiny. But his lessons and his mission are meant to be found in these experiences. Like any spiritual journey that we partake, in our journeys in our life, we are meant to learn lessons and find purpose and meaning, and to walk our path. Everything has a purpose and meaning, even if it's not so happy. And I feel like that's possibly something that he's learning or finding his truth within it. Reinventing himself in his career in some kind of way, I feel like is important. But like I said, I feel like he needs to rest. I really feel like he needs to rest. Message from his divine team. What's a message from his divine team? What's a message for Justin Bieber from his divine team? Ooh, shit. They have a lot to say to you. A lot to say to this man. King of Swords and the Six of Swords. If you're thinking about moving or getting away to some sort of calmer place If you in Hollywood, get your ass out of Hollywood, Los Angeles, okay? That energy within itself is very heavy. Like whenever I go down to LA or specifically Hollywood, something about that energy feels so heavy and dark in certain spaces in LA, at least not every space, because that's home technically to me, but like certain places, oh hell to the no. Like there's something about the energy that's so dense and so dark, I do not like it whatsoever. And so if that's the case, most likely you're being called to distance from that place. If it's another part of California that's a little more calmer, more family friendly, where it's not all that glitz and glam and fakeness going on and just those low vibrational energies, to move in that direction. I feel like your divine team is actually encouraging that. Um, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I get this feeling that also too, sometimes the King of Swords gives me Archangel Michael vibes. And I feel like this is also a message from his spiritual team that he and his family are protected. Kind of being sheltered and kind of maybe being ushered in a direction of calm and peace or away from drama. Yes. Let's see. Yeah. It's like an unknown period. Okay. It's a I'm looking for answers, I'm seeking guidance type of energy. They understand this, that maybe he feels lost sometimes, or at this current point in his journey, he feels lost in a way where he's actually seeking help. It's not like a place of, I know I'm lost, or I don't know I'm lost. I'm in this destructive place and I'm destroying myself to escape. It's like, no, there's a self awareness here. And his team understands that he's looking for guidance. He's looking for wisdom. He's looking for um, some level of assurance that it's this dark and challenging time is going to lead to light at the end of the tunnel, in which it will, because the card that comes after the moon in the tarot is the sun card. So the sun card is about light. It is about revitalization, happier energy, a rebirth. So they want to reassure him that he's guided. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, he will be provided for. There's some sort of worry maybe around that, um, because there's something that I feel like he wants to reinvent and do. Because he did have the Aquarius card, something he wants to do, something he wants to change, wants to switch up, and I don't know if there's a fear around that. But let me know, you guys, if you enjoyed this reading. If you guys would like to see me do another reading on him and um Haley Bieber, right? Is it Haley Bieber? And if you have any other suggestions for reads, you guys would like be interested in. If it's not an actual public figure, then just the topic. I'm not one of those readers that really get a thrill or kick out of asking about somebody, what's going on in their love life and are they going to find someone. And I'm not into that type of stuff. Like I'm not into it. I'm not one of those readers. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. It's no shade. I just can't. Like, no. If it's not something that helpful or to kind of dive in, because I could go deeper with this if you guys would like me to. But this is what I'm getting and what I feel safe going into as of right now, as far as his energy is concerned. And I'm sending him much love and a lot of healing and protection, whatever's going on with him and through his process of healing and releasing. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this, like the video. I greatly appreciate the feedback. Y'all be blessed, be safe, take care, peace.